Now, the library was right down from the trolley tracks, across from the laundromat, through the big shining floors and granite pillars old St. Louis is famous for. I found Toussaint, my first black man. But not till after months of Cajun Katie, Pippi Longstocking, Christopher Robin, and old Pooh Bear. In the children's room only magic rabbits and big city white boys. I knew I wasn't supposed to. I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I ran into the adult reading room and came across Toussaint, my first black man. I never counted George Washington Carver because I didn't like peanuts. Still, Toussaint was a black man, a Negro like my mama said, who refused to be a slave and spoke French and didn't allow no white man to tell him nothing. Not Napoleon, not Maximilian, not Robespierre. Toussaint Louverture was the beginning of reality for me. In the summer contest, for who colored child could read 15 books in 3 weeks, I won. And raved about Toussaint Louverture. At the afternoon ceremony was disqualified because Toussaint belonged in the adult reading room. And I cried and carried dead Toussaint home in the book because he was dead and living to me. Because Toussaint and them, they held a citadel against the French with the spirits of all dead Africans from out of the ground. Toussaint led their army of zombies, cannonballs, shooting spirits to free Haiti, and they wasn't slaves no more. Toussaint Louverture became my secret lover at the age of 8. I entertained him in my bedroom with a flashlight under the covers. Way into the night, we discussed strategies, how to remove white girls from my hopscotch games, etc. Toussaint was laying in bed with me next to Raggedy Ann the night I decided to run away from my integrated home, integrated street, integrated school. 1955 was not a good year for little black girls. Toussaint said, "Let's go to Haiti, as long as I like tea." And I said, all right. And packed some very important things in a brown paper bag so I wouldn't have to come back. Then Toussaint and I took the Hartemont streetcar to the river. Last stop was only 15 cents because couldn't nobody see Toussaint except me. We walked all down through South St. Louis where the French settlers used to live in tiny brick houses all huddled together with barely missing windows and shingles uneven, with colored kids playing and women on low porches sipping beer. I could talk to Toussaint down by the river like this is where we was gonna stow away on a boat to New Orleans and catch a Creole fishing rig to Port-au-Prince. Then we was just gonna read and talk all the time and eat fried bananas. We was just walking and skipping past old drunk men.
Hey, girl.
When this old young boy jumped out at me,
You better come on over here and talk to me.
I turned to Toussaint, who was furious. Then I shouted, "You silly old boy, you better leave me alone or Toussaint's gonna get your ass."
Yellow cow. Well, you sure must be somebody to know my name so quick.
I was disgusted and wanted to get on to Haiti without some tacky old boy bothering me. Still, he kept standing there kicking milk cartons and bits of brick trying to get all in my business. I mumbled to Louverture, what should I do? Finally, I asked this silly old boy, "Well, who are you?"
My name is Toussaint Jones.
I looked right at him. Those skidded out corduroy pants and a striped t-shirt with holes in both elbows, new scab over his left eye, and I said, "What's your name again?"
I am Toussaint Jones.
Wow. I'm on my way to Haiti to see Toussaint Louverture. You any kin to him? He don't take no stuff from no white folks, and they got a country all they own, and they ain't no slaves.
Look here, girl. I am Toussaint Jones, and I'm right here looking at you. And I don't take any stuff from no white folks. You don't see nothing around here, do you?
He sort of stuck out his chest.
Come on. Let's go on down to the docks and look at the boats.
I was real puzzled going down to the docks with my brown paper bag and my books. I sort of felt Toussaint Louverture sort of leave me, and I was sad till I realized Toussaint Jones wasn't too different from Toussaint Louverture, except the old one was in Haiti, and this one was with me, speaking English and eating apples. Yeah, Toussaint Jones was all right with me. Ain't no telling what all spirits we could move down by the river in St. Louis, 1955.
Orange butterflies and aqua sequins and sconstrine slight bosoms. Silk roses darting from behind my ears. The passion flower of Southwest Los Angeles meanders down Hoover Street.
Past dark-shuttered houses where women from Louisiana shell peas round 3 o'clock and send their sons whistling to the store for fatback and black-eyed peas.
I glitter in heat and seem to be looking for rides when I'm not, and absolutely eye every man who isn't white. Lame, I'm not. I let my thigh slip from my skirt. Crossing the street, I slow to be examined, and I never look back to smile or acknowledge a sincere, hey, mama, or to meet the eyes of someone purposely finding something to do in my direction.
She was sullen, and the rhinestones etching the corners of her mouth suggested tears. Fresh kisses that had done no good. She always wore her stomach out, lined with small iridescent feathers. The hairs around her navel seemed to dance. Yet she never let on she knows from behind her waist is aching to be held. The pastel ivy drawn on her shoulders to be brushed with lips, and fingers smelling of honey and Jack Daniels.
I'm hot. A deliberate coquette who never does without what I want. And I want to be unforgettable. I want to be a memory.
A wound to any man arrogant enough to want her. She is the wrath of women in windows, fingering shades, old lace curtains camouflaging stretch marks and despair. So she glitters honestly, delighted she is desired. And allows those especially scheming, tactful suitors to experience her body and spirit, tearing, so easily blending with theirs. And they are so happy, and lay on her lime sheets full and wet from her tongue. She kisses them reverently, even ankles, edges of beards. At 4:30 a.m., she arose, moving the arms and legs that trapped her. She sighed, affirming the sculptured man, and made herself a bath of dark musk oil, Egyptian crystals, and Florida water to remove his smell, to wash away the glitter, to watch the butterflies melt into the suds and the rhinestones fall beneath her buttocks like smooth pebbles on a Missouri creek, Laying in water, she became herself. Ordinary, brown braided woman with big legs, full lips, regular. Seriously intending to finish her night's work.
You have to go now. I have a lot of work to do, and I can't with a man around. But here are your pants. There's a coffee on the stove. It's been very nice. But I can't see you again. You got what you came for, didn't you?
Why don't you come on back to bed, and I'll take care of you. Huh?
There are your pants. You know, I couldn't possibly wake up with a strange man in my bed.
Have you ever fainted, huh? You want to faint? Hmm? Just tell me what you want. Don't be shy.
Why don't you go home?
Why don't I go home?
She could have been slapped upside the head or verbally challenged. But she never was. And the ones who fell prey to the dazzle of hips painted with orange blossoms and magnolia-scented wrists had wanted no more than to lay between her sparkling thighs and had planned on leaving before dawn. And she had been so divine, devastatingly bizarre the way her mouth fit round. And now she sat there a regular colored girl, full of the same malice, livid indifference as her sister Warren from supporting a would-be horn player or waiting by the window, and they knew and left in a hurry. She would gather her jewels and tinsel from the tub and laugh, gaily or vengeful. She stored her silk roses by her bed. And when she had finished writing the account of her exploit, in a diary embroidered with lilies and moonstones, she placed the rose behind her ear and cried herself to sleep.